Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? I don't know because y'all can't tell me unless you go over to Facebook or get off of Facebook, actually. Um, but hello, hello. We will not be deterred. We're going to go straight ahead on in like we usually do. How y'all doing? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Ask Alma. That's right. This is the show where you listen to questions sent in by readers and we give them the best advice that we can in a kind and nice way. So I am glad you're here. I'm so glad you're joining me. And I wish I knew that you were there because I can't see you. And that's so weird because you know how I like for us to do the little dialogue thing. Hey, how you doing, girl? Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Yeah, I can't do that. Anyway, I can feel you in my heart. How about that? I can feel you in my heart. And I know that you are here with me because that's how we do. So tonight, when the panel comes on, we'll just remind y'all through our conversation to chime in. We'll do the best we can, picking up your comments, which are always so fantastic. And I love the variety of it because it shows you that the answer to a situation is not just one way. It depends on who you are, all your little brown bag baggage you have attached to your situation or your past situations. And it's fun to talk about it all because really on the other side, you hear people chime in and say, and you know what? In the long run, at the end, I was fine. Sean, hey! I'm so glad that you're with me. Hello, hello, hello. I am so glad that my main man, Sean, is with me. That makes me feel good. The rest of y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in. We welcome you again to Ask Alma. I'm Alma, Alma Gill. Tracy, girl, hey now. How are you? How are you? Tracy had a birthday. So we want to do a shout out birthday to Tracy tonight. Happy birthday. I won't sing. I'll leave the singing to you because y'all know she's a professional. A professional songstress. So, yeah, she don't want me to sing either. Happy birthday to you, Bessie. Bessie's with us. Hey, how are you? Gail. Hey, Gail. Oh my goodness, y'all, I got a sore throat. So when you hear me cough, it's not COVID. I'm okay. I've been tested. It's okay. But I have to do the cute sip. You know how you watching TV? And then the person who's talking try to do the cute sip? That's what I'm going to have to do tonight in between my lozenges. Because, you know, I wasn't going to leave y'all tonight. I had to be here. Although we won't be here next Tuesday because it is election day. We want everybody to get out and vote. I got to work. And so next Tuesday, we will not be here. But the Tuesday after, we come back with Tracy and DJ. Hey! So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait for that one. I think we'll name that Knights of the Veterans. Something like that. Fabulous Veterans. I got to come up with a good name. Hi, Rosie. Rosie's in Seattle. How are you? Welcome, welcome to tonight's show. Let me bring in my fantastic panel. I got my cute nephew with me tonight, and Dee Dee, of course. We holding it down. Come on in, y'all. Come on in.
Good evening, Alma. Hey, Bernard, how you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. How are you all?
I'm great. I can before we get started, can I do like a little mini survey? I
Yeah,
was
sure.
in a restaurant. I was in a
Oh,
restaurant
wait,
on
wait, wait,
Sunday.
wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold
Okay.
on, Dee. Let me say one thing.
Okay.
Our disclaimer, we're not PhDs. We're only here to have some fun and tell y'all what you need to do. And number two, before we get started, can I ask Bernard to do one thing? Let me read that t-shirt you have on. What does that say?
There you go.
Keep calm and let Gil. You know what? I need me one of those. Keep calm and let Gil handle it. I
I think we can square you away with one of them at least.
like okay. Uh-oh, our sister-in-law said she is checking in with her. Rosie will want one too. You know that when she.
Really?
So Dee Dee, tell me, you were saying?
So I was in a restaurant the other morning enjoying a very peaceful, quiet breakfast by myself. The
Mm-hmm.
table behind me was a husband and a wife and a child. And the child was listening to some game or some TV show or something on 21. It was like super, super loud. So I'm sitting there and kind of, give them the, little over my shoulder
Shout out.
thinking, right, nothing. It is blaring. So there's four, booths. There's like four booths, right? So I'm trying to enjoy my meal, and then the game goes from the game to Alicia Keys. And nothing Alicia Keys sings is quiet. So now it sounds even louder. And I wait a few minutes. I have customers walking by. The waitress walks by. The manager walks by. Nobody says anything to these people. So I turned around and I said, the father's facing me. I said, "Could you just turn that down a little bit?" And he immediately turned it down. And every table behind me thanked me for asking them. And I thought, well, if everybody heard it, like, was it really my responsibility, or should the manager have done it, or should the parents have known to do it? Like, who should have resolved that sooner? Should it have been me or anybody else?
So Ayana, chime in, girl. How are you? Good evening, good evening. Mary Lou. What's going on, girl? Esther.
Hey, cousin.
I know, right? I was in that situation, so I'll let Bernard chime in.
You let me chime. You gonna let me chime out? You know what? That's one of those societal things. I think it's no one wants it to be their responsibility to have to do something like that. They're always they're always waiting on somebody else for
Yeah.
it. It's just there are introverts and extroverts. So some people are more reserved to, like, oh, well, it's not my business. But someone, of your stature, caliber was like, look, it's bothering me.
Mm-hmm.
Please turn it down. It takes someone strong to not be afraid of a backlash.
Hi, Lena.
To say,
Yeah.
please, just all I'm asking is courtesy and turn it down. But if you don't ask, you never know. But other people in society are just like, well, that's just them, and I don't want any problems. So let them do what they're gonna do, because they may have looked intimidating. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think we are in an era now where parents are entertaining their children with devices. Like, that was never an issue. Even when my son was small, he had devices, but they had to be on mute when we were in public. They had to be on mute when we were in the car. That noise got on my nerves. But now everyone hands their phone or their device to their child to entertain them. Mm-hmm. But is it really the outside world's responsibility to make them listen to it at a volume that's reasonable in a restaurant?
No, I mean, honestly, look at us on a whole panel. What do? We're wearing headphones right now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Too easy. It's too easy to put headphones.
I mean, the consensus in the chat seems to be that the parent should have handled it, but clearly the mom was on her own phone and the dad was oblivious. So
they were oblivious. They were totally oblivious to it. So yeah.
I was just curious, because I was like, that's ridiculous. I think the management probably should have said something. The waitress may not have wanted to because it might have affected her tip. Mm-hmm. But in a restaurant full of people, why should everybody have to listen to this child's game? I was just curious. Maybe I was in that situation.
I was in that situation, actually. So what's funny is, and I'm gonna need some grandmas to chime in. Josh, wasn't gonna happen. Turn that down. And I'm only gonna say it one time. Well, I was on the train with my grandbaby. All she was listening to was Peppa Pig. Was it loud? Yeah. Was it getting on everybody else's nerve? Yeah. Was I gonna tell her to turn it off? No, because that's my grandbaby. Now I'm laughing, but it was actually on the train, on the Amtrak. And when the guy came by to get the ticket, he said, she can't listen to that loud like that the whole time. And I laughed. I said, yeah, I'll have her turn it down.
So the management took care of it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as they should. That's right, Bessie. No. Different rules for grandbabies. I totally agree with that.
There are no different rules for grandbabies. although my son could walk up one side of my mother and down the other, and she would say, "Thank you, baby."
Okay.
There shouldn't be no rules, no separate rules. No.
That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I do get it, and I think I can add to that. I was going to have her turn it off. Like it would, how people are getting on the Amtrak and everybody's sitting down, and that's sort of what was happening. And I felt like I had to say something to her because, if it were me, I wouldn't want to hear Peppa Pig for the next 3 hours. But I do think, and this is not, hey, Sharon, this is not an excuse for parents, but I think some parents, if they can get a minute, because when you turn that off, what's going to happen? Like they're going to talk to you the whole time, ask you questions,
darn. So,
girl, it depends. It depends. Did I just work 2 jobs? I don't know. So, like, I got love for you, but can you turn that on for a minute and give mama 10 minutes? Like, give me 10 minutes. So, yeah, you're right. Management should have definitely said something. It did not have to be you.
Tracy says headphones. Thank you, Tracy.
That's what I'm saying. Headphones, yeah.
Yeah, and keep extra ones. Like I used to keep extra, all kid stuff. I had extras in my car that just stayed in the car.
We've been waiting for you.
Girl,
I was late. My son just got called at the last minute that he needs to be at the airport. He's a new flight attendant, so they give you like notice and you got to be at the airport within 2 hours. So we were out shopping and scrambling, and so I'm late. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're right on time. So Robin, I know we're not going to tell all his business on the show, and I can ask you later, but he is the flight attendant on the plane, or the one who gets you on the plane? Like, is he flying or getting you on?
Him flying, girl. Him flying.
What? Oh my goodness.
Him buddy pass.
Yeah.
To Florida on the 10th.
Okay.
Flying, girl.
And they get family discounts and stuff. But anyway.
Well, I get a buddy pass.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Well, I am glad to see you, girl.
I didn't know that part.
It's what? It's a what?
But you're on standby.
Yes, but it's usually a seat for the family member. I never, because
I hope so on this trip, because it's a surprise birthday to my soror who I have not seen in over 30 years. She
doesn't watch the show, does she?
There goes that surprise.
Maybe not this one, but she might watch the rerun after 7.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'll you're
gonna have to call the entire sorority. And tell them not to tell her.
Hi, Lena. Y'all, speaking of friends over 30 years, Lord, Lena and I, my goodness, that's rolling into 40. With the kids, when you have them out in public and they have their music or their Peppa Pig playing out loud, like you have to like turn that. Robin ain't even that kind of grandmother. We ain't even gonna bring her in this because she just ain't having it. But Bernard, one of our family members, she can get. I don't know if he heard you. I was talking.
How you doing, Bernard?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. And listen,
I know, right? He representing the Gills. I love it. Okay, Robin is here, and we are so happy about that. Because, y'all, Robin is the one who reels me in. Like, I could just give side eye to D, and Bernard ain't a lie. And Robin would be like, girl, really now? Come on.
Robin, moderator.
So I
was
said
really hoping she'd
hello.
come with her tiara. I'm really disappointed that she
I'm
didn't.
You know
sorry,
what?
Lou. I'm
I
sorry.
should have called you and told you. I'm sorry.
In
Yes.
advance, sitting by the computer. Hi, Sharon. I'm glad you made it. Mary Lou, Lena. We had some people join us. That's fantastic. Okay, you guys. So we have a couple VVR volunteers for tonight. I'm really happy about that. I had questions from a couple women and a couple men, and a fantastic couple. Uh, Benika and Rico Gaines are doing our questions for the evening. So we want to thank them. I appreciate them taking care of this for us tonight. So why don't we take a listen to question number one?
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rico, and I will be your video reader for today. First question today is, hey, Alma, I've been told I can be a bit hard, so I think you can help me out. My wife, who I love, is now fascinated with tattoos. She gets one every other month. I've mentioned I think they look good, but she has enough, but she won't stop. To be honest with you, I think she's getting too many, and I don't think they are attractive. How can I talk to her about this in a way she'd understand?
Recap: wife getting too many tattoos. Okay, one or two is fine. Three or four is fine. Five and six, what you doing? Seven, eight. Oh my goodness, you ain't got another one. So he is asking, what is a really good way to bring this up? Because he is now finding the multiple tattoos distracting and not attractive. And Ayana says you can never have too many
Absolutely.
tattoos.
This is a terrible one for me because I'm attracted to women with tattoos.
Really?
So that that would be a hard one. If it meant to say that they're too many.
Mm-hmm.
Well, too many is relative. I mean, I know
Clear.
women that have, 50, 20, and then I know
Yeah.
women that have 3, and they think that's too many. I think they're more attractive when there's some rhyme or reason to them. Like when you see people with just like pick a spot here, put one here, what a P, and they don't seem to have any kind of cohesiveness. I personally don't find that attractive, but I know people who have had big, beautiful, almost
Yeah.
full back but they were married before she had them. So this might be
Okay.
room for therapy for both of them.
Is he? And that's my question: is he against maybe getting his own? Because I mean, I've heard when you get a few, it can become
Yeah.
an addiction.
Yeah,
So
I heard that too.
is he against maybe getting one or two of his own to
But
go?
even if he does that negate his feelings about the attractiveness on his wife?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
Right. Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, she ain't getting like no Mike Tyson face tat or anything like that. I mean, I hope that
We
don't know.
hope. Right. We don't
We
know.
don't know.
If
Yeah.
At one a month, she's running out of canvas.
She don't run out of canvas.
She's gonna have to start moving above the neck soon if she's getting one a month.
I always think about Donna. I'm gonna call her out. I hope she's watching the show. But Robin, do you remember when she said her daughter asked her what was that? And she said, it's a tattoo. Like she had gotten a tattoo when she was 20 something. Her daughter said, what is it? I think she asked her if it was broccoli or cauliflower.
Listen, I don't know, but I just know that my son was going at it when he was in college, and at some point I said, I am begging you, please do not get anything on your neck or face. I'm begging you. And why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you see other people doing this? Do you realize that you're in business and that you may be networking in gyms and whatnot with different people, and you just want to be careful of what kind of signals you're sending in business. And so, of course, that's blah blah blah,
Wah, 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 wah.
right?
The Tom and Jerry parents.
And now, of course, he's a flight attendant. And what do they say? You gotta wear, things we do not want to see tattoos. And a couple other businesses that he was in, and actually, when he worked at a gym, they made him wear long sleeves because they didn't want to see tattoos at a gym. So, as far as the man is concerned, I think he has a right to say to his wife, I thought it was pretty the first 3, but it's like a happening now, and I didn't sign up for the circus freak, or you can say it.
Well, they refer to it as an addiction, and if it really is an addiction, if she was on crack, he would help fix that. So if it's really the addiction that people say it is, then maybe there's something that they really need to do to help.
Well, that's what I mean. Maybe she needs some kind of therapy, because those people that get plastic surgery, they just want just a little more, and then before you know it, they look like a cat.
I had a similar conversation with my son before he turned 18. And I said, just be mindful. You don't know where you want to end up in the next 5 or 10 years. So be very mindful about where you decide to put. I mean, I didn't say you couldn't get them, because I knew I couldn't control that. So I think he has 3 now. And if you don't know they exist, you don't know. I mean, we wear, sleeveless shirts or whatever. But we had the conversation then. I mean, I would be horrified if he put a tattoo on his face.
Me too. Or neck. I said it. Please, I'm begging you, don't do it.
I asked Josh about him because I think, and Bernard, you're a veteran. I think they almost not every veteran, but almost every veteran has a tattoo. I think.
There are a few. It depends on if they're with it or against it. But I didn't get mine until about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Lillian says it's her body. I got a tattoo when I turned 50 because I wanted it. And I agree with you, Lillian. Yeah. It is her body, and that's the same thing when it comes with someone's hair and their face and all of those things. But did he say that she asked him how he liked it, and he said, "I liked it at first"?
He said, "I love my wife." Yeah, okay. And it was fine at first, but now she's getting too many. Yeah. Okay. So maybe she's getting like a sleeve or something. I've heard people refer to.
But here it is. I mean, my son has sleeves and up and down, and now he's getting laser removal.
Josh removed one of his. Yeah, he removed one of his too. Because but can't you buy the sleeve and just put it on?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. They do have tattoos. I mean, obviously they don't look like real, Yeah. But in fact, I saw them in the store the other day.
But I think I want one of those.
Practice. I've considered getting a tattoo, and you know the reasons why I didn't get it when I was supposed to get it. But if I had a husband, I think I would have a conversation.
I wouldn't have a conversation with my husband. I'm not even gonna lie, but I probably only get one or two.
I would have a conversation because I would want to have. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to not do it, but I would have a conversation because I want to be able to have that conversation with him if he was going to do something that I might not like. Exactly. It may not be. That may not be I mean, he may not be able to stop me. But I think I would like to be able to have that conversation with him, so I would have the conversation with him.
I wouldn't ask him. I mean, but that's my marriage. I wouldn't ask him if I could get a tattoo.
No, that's
I would
tell.
Yeah,
I don't believe that's what he's saying at all.
Yeah, I would mention it. Like I really want to. I'm going to go get a tattoo on Tuesday. You want to give me a ride?
Apparently, that's been going on for X amount of years or whatever. So, but I think from trying to look at his point of view, I see where he's saying he doesn't want the conflict and the fallout. What he wants to try to figure out in a nice way to just say, look,
enough is enough.
I still see you. I still believe you're beautiful, but I believe that you getting all these markings and things, it's taken away from that. You may see it as, adding to, but
Right.
it shouldn't matter what I see. I'm your husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it matter what I see?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's come at least, in a positive light.
Yeah.
That
That's
is.
what Mary Lou
Like
said. Just tell her.
if he started gaining 100 pounds a year, and she said, you know what, it's not doing it for me, honey. I don't know. Plus, it's not healthy. I mean, you could throw it in that narrative, but
So then let's go to the gym, baby.
the point
Let
is
us go to the gym then.
trying to get across to your spouse, I love you. I
Mhm.
love the way you looked when we got married, and I just not really happy with the idea of more and more decorations on.
Yeah.
Well, Mary Lou says, just tell her it's not pretty anymore to him.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And Betsy says, I told my husband, but he thought I wouldn't do it. When he came home. Tracy says, the conversation be the same. Would the conversation be the same if she had gained weight?
I think weight is a little
Probably.
bit different.
That's totally different.
Yeah, because I think
there's still a change of your body.
it could be medical,
but that could be
right. Yeah.
Whereas
But
he's
that
making a
doesn't
choice.
stop.
doesn't like
He's
eyelashes,
making a choice to go get those tattoos.
Yeah.
long nails, he doesn't like your hair. You could do it, but it'll eventually grow back. The tattoo is permanent.
Mhm.
Right. It's going to start out as a rose and turn into cauliflower. You never know.
The poor butterfly is just
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
gonna stop flying.
I have
I'm just
all my
joking.
little sisters. Honey, it's cute now. 50? It's
Girl.
be cute much longer.
What is the horror picture, the Scream, where his mouth is like down here?
Oh yeah,
He was smiling in 1982, and now he's just sad.
Yes.
So I like the advice. I like all the advice that you guys offered her. And I think with Bernard being the man on the panel, it was very kind the way he said it. And the guy basically could take notes from him and talk about what you like about her and that you feel like they move when you grow. It's so true. They do.
They do.
But let her know. Yeah, they do. That she is beautiful, because that really is important to say to her.
He says that. He goes, I love her and I think she's beautiful. I think this is just getting out of hand now.
Yeah.
He's just not. Yeah.
So that was good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try question number 2.
Hi, happy Halloween. I'm Benika, and I'm the volunteer video reader for tonight. Dear Alma, my son is 26 years old and he lives with a woman that is 10 years older than him. I don't like her for many reasons. I think she fights him. As a matter of fact, I'll just say I know that she does. He came over and I saw bruises and cuts on his body, and of course, I was heartbroken. How can I ask him and get him to open up to me about what's happening in his relationship?
Okay, this was the second time I've gotten something similar to this, and it's very, it's a lot. And, a lot of the questions that we get on the show, we have fun, we, kid around with it and everything. But I decided that we could at least bring it up.
Okay.
Because I think that there are more men in this situation than we want to give light to it. So, there are some men in some really bad situations where the women are the aggressive ones who are starting and doing the fighting. So that was not this woman's question. She asked because it's her son in the situation. Like some of the emails that I get is the guy, which I think if it's a man or a woman, you have to come to your own and do what you need to do. Is really that doesn't make it simple, but you have to make that decision. Nothing that somebody says to you is going to have you go one way or the other. But how could this mom bring up this subject to her son. Like, I think mothers bring it up to their daughters quick. What's going on in your house? Is he, but what a question for your son. That is, I don't think it could be the same. I think it needs to be different than how you would approach a daughter.
And I'm not even sure it would have to be like Lillian said, it's just got to be point blank. The only problem that I see with that is,
well, I think one of the problems is that she's already said she doesn't like the woman, so he's gonna be on the defensive
right
from there. So he's not probably going to share anything with her because with mom, you just don't like her. So
yes.
I don't think she.
And I think it's gonna come across as, Mom, I'm grown. I got this. Don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. It's come on, man.
And but the assumption is that she's the one that's bruising him.
Exactly. That's the thing.
He comes over with bruises. It doesn't mean it was her. He could be doing a whole bunch of other things.
She said,
if you don't ask him straight out, and if he doesn't say no, it's not her, then you don't know. If you think that's what's happening with your son, I think you have. I don't care how old he is. I'm gonna say, what's going on with your arm? How did that happen?
Right.
And if you say, oh, I fell on a doorknob.
Right. I hit myself with a book. Yeah.
Cliche thing. I'm gonna say, something else is happening that this mother thinks they're fighting. It's not just that one bruise.
Yes, because she said, the question when she asked, she's like, as a matter of fact, I know she's being abusive.
Yeah.
So there's something else that's out there.
I'm just going to ask straight out, and I've done that when my son, clearly he was younger, but I just said to him, listen, love doesn't hurt. Let's don't
it doesn't have to.
Don't make excuses for it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are in this early stage of your relationship, sad, unhappy, someone's making you feel like you're not enough, or you've got to lay hands on her, or vice versa, you got to get out of this.
It's time to go. Right.
Can become so volatile so quick that you can't undo it. So I just would have the conversation straight up, and he can deny all he wants. I have a way of looking at my son and saying, this is me you're talking to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think too, she could, ask, but I don't know. I have a son. I doubt if my son would tell me the truth if it were happening. As close as Josh and I are, I think he would make up, because I don't think he would want me to know that he hasn't figured out what to do in this situation yet.
He may share the story after he's resolved it.
Right.
Like come back and say, oh, this is what was happening. But in the moment.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta put a spin on this for a second.
Okay.
Because do y'all being mothers, do y'all really want to know what y'all sons are into? Sometimes
it depends.
It depends.
I don't ask. I remember talking to my son on the phone one time, and
because it may not be that abusing. It may be something that he's into.
Dang,
that would be different.
It would be different.
He still has the bruises.
That's what BDSM. That's what BDSM is about.
Yeah.
So he may be into something that he doesn't want his mama to know about.
Okay, right. So at that point, when I say, Bernard,
yes.
No, I don't want to know about that.
That's why
I was on the phone with my son once.
I like my life, and you can look me in the eyes and say that. I'm gonna say, okay,
fair enough.
Fair enough.
But you're saying that there still has to be the question.
I do believe
you have to ask.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah. I think the mom still should ask, and then he knows that she has picked up on it and drop those nuggets. Because if it is a situation where he needs help, we drop those. You should do something about it.
Right.
And then if it isn't, then he
That's
knows
what
that
Tracy
too.
Arrington said. Then tell me that. Then tell me that.
Right.
I'm happy. I like my life.
I need it. Oh my gosh, my throat hurts so bad. Y'all have
What happens in Fight Club
no
stays in
idea.
But now you really want to know what's happening?
I know. I was like, no.
No. I was on the phone once with my son, and I said, "You're not over there doing anything illicit, are you?" Joking. And he said, "Do you want me to tell you?" And I was like, "Oh, no. I was kidding.
I was joking.
I'm all right. I'll see you later. Like, please don't tell me. You can't unhear something."
And maybe that's why the mother doesn't like the woman. I mean, she is an older woman,
right?
Teaching
her baby tricks.
Yeah. So and can't be doing my baby like that. Well, maybe your baby like that. So
Well, the bottom line question though is all the mother really needs to ascertain is,
if he's okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sometimes we're in messed up relationships, especially when we're younger, and we think we're happy because we think we've got the prize, or we think it looks this way, but really we haven't figured out life just yet to realize this is not lasting, or in the long run, this isn't healthy. And I can't necessarily drag you out of it, but I can ask the question. So you can walk away from me, you can lie to me, but that question is going to be in your head.
Right.
What's going on with Mary Lou and all these comments? She's talking about S&M and the woman being a freak. We need to find out what's happening with Mary Lou.
I'm gonna check her for some bruises.
Everybody was on this one track.
Right, that's true.
Track. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So there should be another perspective to it.
Yeah, and that's what I mentioned, at the top of the show.
Did you say we added another? You need to tell us for that.
We as a panel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, there are many, and I love the variety of answers that we get, or the different perceptions when you hear it. When each one of us hears it, what does it make us think? That's fantastic.
Right.
Okay, so great answers for that question. Ask him and then see what happens. Let's go to question number 3.
Hello, everyone, and I will be your video reader for today. Question today is, hey, Alma, I need your help. I'm in an early relationship with a woman who makes over twice my salary. It's just the beginning. It's only been 6 months. She and I enjoy each other very much. Her birthday is coming up, and I can't afford to give her the expensive gift she may want. What can I do that would be classy and stay within my budget?
Oh, I like him. I like him because he is fine in his skin, that he's doing the best he can with the money that he has. And he's interested in ideas that he can do for her birthday that won't cost a whole lot of money, because he wants to stay in his budget. And I love that he's, okay, in this relationship, here is a woman who can buy whatever she wants for herself. Mm-hmm. And he's basically saying, I want to do the best I can with what I have. And not like, trying to take out a loan for her birthday and be all jacked up because you spent way more money than you should have. So I really, really like that.
Well, he said something she may want. He did. She clearly she knows she makes double what he makes, and she's still with him. So I think he may be just overthinking the process. I think he should, whatever he buys her, she's going to appreciate because he gave it to her.
Tracy says candlelight dinner that he prepares. That is a good one.
But he has to be able to cook. Like he can't be, he can't be making a half dinner. If he's gonna cook, he has to be a cook.
Yes.
Why? I like to cook. I'm not a cook.
No. No,
But you can
I'm
cook.
not giving you something I don't want. If it looks bad, bad.
See, y'all are so tough.
No, we're not tough. Don't do something you're not capable of doing. If he can't cook for her, then he shouldn't. He can
Oh,
hire somebody to cook for her.
I think it's fine for him to try to follow a recipe for her.
No, not on the
You
first
gotta
try.
try that before he gives it to her. That's
No.
maybe they can
He
do
could
something.
hire a chef and get his mama to cook it, but he shouldn't. Don't experience. When you're hungry, you don't go to a restaurant you've never eaten at before. So you shouldn't. If with romantic gesture, the food has to be good. He doesn't have to spend a lot of money on it, but it has to be good.
Okay.
You can't give her food poisoning on the first first birthday. They're celebrating together, and she ends up in the ER getting her stomach pumped. No, that would not be good at all.
So he wants something elegant, right?
Yes.
Something very classy, he said.
Experiences are huge. You know, for a woman who has everything, don't try to buy her some perfume and you don't know her that well. Don't try to buy her anything. Look into an experience, whether it be having fun, going for the museum, take her to some live music, an experience so that it shows that
he was thoughtful.
You're thoughtful, and it's something you all can talk about later.
I think you hit that on the head, Robin. I think because, like I said, the relationship is new, is what I heard.
Yeah.
He likes her a lot, and he already knows that she can get
whatever she
wants. And in return, she should already know, well, he makes this amount of money. I ain't gonna say only, but he makes this amount of money, so he can't afford to go out, elaborate. But you're right. Having the experience of something would be more than going out and buying rings and jewelry and things like that, trying to impress her. Not, I don't think that's going to impress her.
Yeah.
Having the memories is what's going to be more long lasting, I think.
I think foot massages are really good. Foot massages go a long way.
Couples massages go a long way.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's an experience. So
I was thinking to do something either something she loves to do or something she's never done.
True.
Because maybe she always wanted to see New Edition when she was a kid and didn't see them. So take her to go see New Edition, like something that says he's been listening to the things that she's telling him, and he's responding to that, and he can decide how much that costs.
Yeah.
Shannon said something great, like a boat ride at lunch. I was thinking a boat ride,
Sharon.
Too, depending on the time of
a trip to Vancouver.
We doing a boat, like a rowboat or a sailboat?
Yeah, like a rowboat, like a paddle boat.
Groupon.
You got to think about the budget.
That's what a paddle boat down there at the Potomac.
And she doesn't have to know you use the coupon because you already paid for it. Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to interrupt this because
trip to Vancouver.
Because
that is not an unreasonable gesture.
My husband has commented for the second time in a year and a half that we've been doing the show. And yes, he did.
Says, a trip to Vancouver.
Okay.
Yes, he took me to Vancouver when we were dating. It was very nice.
That's not cheap.
When I landed, he was in a limo with a dozen roses.
That's not cheap.
It's very hot, but
that was classy. That was classy. And we went to Butchart Gardens, and this group of Asian children surrounded me, and they were saying something. I don't know what. He didn't know
Black
what
lady.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, that your producer has been hazing me during this entire show.
Oh my God. Okay.
Different stuff.
Well, I asked about the tiara, not realizing that he had asked about the tiara. So they said at the same time.
Get her a tattoo.
No.
He is so bad. Thank you Thank you, husband,
You can
for
give her a tattoo,
commenting.
but do not get a tattoo with her name on it. That would
No,
not be a suggestion.
y'all just started.
Yeah.
Norman
Don't
got me
do
on
it.
that one. I was like, no.
Don't do it. I honestly, I think a foot rub goes a long way. Like,
What if she got ugly feet?
Yeah. Or what if she doesn't like people touching her feet?
like
That's
who
a
does-
real thing. And if he does something that is going to like send her off, that is not something that you want to do on the birthday.
Oh, look what the meme said. Take me to a sunflower field, walk through the country market and get me a caramel apple. You guys remember we stopped at the sunflower field?
In the middle of the highway.
When you mentioned on No Names how Robin just pulled over in the sunflower.
It's like,
But Bernard, we did suggest to her because she was like, "Let's just hop out real fast." We were like, We got to park. We're not that young where we hop out fast anymore. I need a minute to get out, so we have to park. It was funny, but we took a really nice picture. I have to find it and share it with you guys. It was a really good
Very
picture.
nice.
I think the country market is very nice because that's probably not if she works as hard. If she makes the kind of money she makes, she probably works hard. So those are things she probably doesn't really get to experience. So yeah, country market or just walk in
she works and she works hard and she wears heels, or either she works hard and she might want somebody rub her feet.
I think feet are a sensitive matter. I think that you really have to know who you're dealing with before.
Yeah,
because you know we have a friend that won't even look at your feet, much less touch them. The thought that you have them is a problem for him. Women didn't have any feet at all, so you know that could turn ugly fast.
Yeah.
And if she has on white sandals, but we have to tell y'all about that on another show.
That's another different show, ain't it?
Bernard, this friend, I'm telling you, he is, yeah. Anyway.
But Tracy says visit a vineyard. That's really nice. Well, we don't know where it is, but yeah, that would be very nice. I have a friend that took a date to walk across a bridge, which I would not be excited about that, but his date was very excited about it because she always wondered what it looked like from up there.
My husband did that for my birthday a couple of months ago. We walked across the Woodrow Wilson Bridge for the first time. And he got me there early enough to see the sunrise. It was very pretty.
That's nice.
See,
that was very nice.
Look at all these memories that have been created. That y'all
I know, right? It was very nice.
It's about the memories.
Yeah, because he knows I don't make the money, but I will spend it like I do with what I want. Okay, you guys, we got to get this last question in here. I was getting ready to say his name. Sorry, Mr. Producer, can we listen to question number 4?
Good evening. My name is Benika, and I'm the volunteer video reader for this evening. Dear Alma, our daughter will graduate from college in December. We are very, very proud of her. She recently told her dad and I that she's not coming home to live. She will stay in the area of the college that she's going to attend. I understand her decision, and I know people do it all the time. My problem is, in my opinion, our daughter is very book smart, but not street smart enough to live without someone being able to support her family-wise that is near her. My husband totally disagrees with me. He thinks she'll be fine. Who do you think is right? And how can I convince my daughter to come home?
I love the questions with the couples. You gonna pick me or pick my husband? Which one of us is right? So
how old the child was?
She's graduating from college.
Graduating from college.
So 21, 22 around there.
She wants to stay in that town.
But she's been there for 4 years, right?
She's been there for 4 years.
Okay.
And she wants to be there on her own. Get a job and be there on her own.
Mommy needs a puppy.
Yeah.
Manisha, a cool date would be go to Air and Space Museum, grab a movie. That's nice.
Mom ain't ready to let go yet. Yeah, I'm rolling with that one too.
Let her go.
Yep.
Y'all just roll with the dad straight up. That's it.
Absolutely. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
But the mom said
she doesn't know how smart she is. She's been gone for 4 years. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's happened since her freshman year to her senior year that she's learned how to be an adult. She's just not sharing with her mama, just like that other guy.
Said, do you really want to know?
Do you really want to know? She is perfectly capable of taking care of herself, and it has to have by now friends and some associates and probably some family members of her friends that she knows in that area. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
The mom wants her to come home for her.
Mm-hmm.
Not for herself, but for her. And I understand that as a parent that you want your kids close, but she's going to be okay.
No.
She can stay. Let her stay.
I mean, bye.
What?
Robin said, gotta go.
Gotta go.
And y'all are just totally okay with that. It's funny because I thought maybe she could come home for a minute and like get things readjusted and go back.
Readjusted to living in her parents' house, living, having them tell her what to do.
No thanks.
Okay, wait. What did you say, Robert?
Readjusted to her mother smothering her. No thanks. She's been coming and going for 4 years at any time of day or night she wants to. And now, she's going to come home and mom's going to say, where are you going? Oh, you're going to be back. Who you going to be with? Oh, you going to wear that? No.
I was going to say my favorite. You going to wear that?
Or what my mother used to say, did you gain weight a little
bit? That's hateful.
Oh, no. Okay. This is what used to happen with Carol. I get up and walk across the room, think, I'm looking good. I go, I think I lost a few pounds. She go, look behind you. I see it.
Absolutely not.
I think our mamas were related.
Anyway, she's young. This is the time to try. If she fails, then okay,
she can come home.
Get yourself together, go out there and try it again.
Right. Just let her know that if she needs mom's gonna be there. But let her go live her life.
What she could do if she really wanted to have any kind of connection is she could go help her find a place and decorate it and do all that kind of stuff. So she could feel like she had some kind of connection, but let her stay where she is. 4 years is a long time. You learn lots of things in those 4 years when you're away.
Yep.
And if she could do 4 years of college by herself, then she most certainly can live as an adult in that same place. It's not like she's picking a whole nother place to go live where she knows no one.
Yeah, well, she's already been for 4 years.
She's established a circle of people where she is now. So I think that's the safest place for her to be.
I think the mom thought. Yeah, I think the mom thought she was coming home afterwards. It seems to me, And so Bessie says my granddaughter is home this semester, and I drive her crazy. She can't wait to leave me in January. And Sean, he said, there's nothing more special than seeing your kids grow up, be an adult, and be the best person she can be. Mm-hmm. # live her life. That is very, very true.
Yeah. Yep. She's going to come visit. It's not like she went to Antarctica and she's never going to see her again. She'll still come visit, but she wants to be on her own. That's the point of sending them to college, so they never have to move home.
Move back home?
Yeah, move back home. Like send them off, be an adult, right? That's supposed to be the goal of you earning a degree to have a career, is that you won't live in your mama's basement.
And what is she actually saying about her daughter, though? Is it?
She said her daughter was not street.
Right, she ain't really street smart.
That's the other thing. She's sending her the wrong message.
Yeah, it's like you smart, but you ain't smart enough to live on your own.
You smart, but you ain't that smart.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, Mama, the panel. I don't know if I'm not. I think
one of the comments says, "Kick that bird out of the nest."
I think I get it. Like, I totally get what you guys are saying. I actually get what the mom is saying too. I really do.
The other comment is, Dad has plans for that room.
But y'all know what kind of mom I am. Come on back, baby. You or you can come here for a little while.
But
So
wanting
I
to
got
come
it.
back and being required to come back are two different
Are
things.
two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you have told you ain't smart enough to live on your own?
Oh no,
Come on.
no. I may have thought that maybe because I visited and maybe it was too many dishes in the sink and on the counter, which would be none of my business because I
Right.
don't live there. But
Mm-hmm.
no, I mean I
If
think
you knew he could do a dish, he was just choosing not to. I
right.
mean, you knew he
Yeah.
had the skills. You would
Yeah.
never say you can't keep a house, so you can't stay here.
Yeah.
No,
You got to
no.
come home with me.
Yeah. But
Unless
and
you
I
doesn't go over there and do the dishes for him.
right, that ain't happening. But the other
Exactly.
thing too is, I mean, I say that, but Josh was 18, joined the army, and never came back home. So here I am sitting here. I don't have to worry about that.
See?
We don't pay his bills. He does all of that. So
Okay.
I like, I'm saying it, but I'm glad that he is doing it this way. I mean, I think, like you guys mentioned too, in the beginning, sometimes there are some pitfalls or you trip up here or there. And we were there, but it gives them a chance to fall a couple of times and then get back up and get it going.
Right.
Absolutely. College is the training wheels.
Right.
Because you're responsible for getting up in the morning, doing your work. Mama's not making you breakfast and all of that. And she accomplished that for 4 years. So
yeah.
let's give
And
her-
like Sharon said, she might not have to be street smart if she has a job and found roommates or whatever. It's not like, she got to walk past the crack house every night to go home.
Well,
Sounds
that
to me
depends on
like,
where she goes to school, but
right. And you know what? She has mastered that
yes,
tip.
after that, right? She sure has.
She done made it back to every class, so
Everyone. That's right. So the consensus is, Mama, you should let her go. But I just want you to know I feel your pain. I know what you're doing. But I have to agree with the panel. Let her go and see how she does. Because like Dee said, go and help her decorate and be there if she runs into a problem. But it is time to let
Hopefully,
her
she'll be
fly
far
from
enough
the
away that
nest
they have to call first before they drop in.
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Call
That was
first.
a
yeah.
requirement for me choosing colleges. I needed to be close enough that I could get home when I wanted to, but far enough away that they'd have to call first before they visited.
Okay.
That's just a requirement of where I live in my life right now. I don't mind if
Are you home?
call me first. Hey guys, this was wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We had a great time, didn't we? We had a great time.
Yes.
I miss you, Miss Robin.
I miss y'all too.
I know we missed you. And Bernard, we are so glad that you are back with us. And,
It was a
we're
pleasure.
going to bother you to come back. Yes, indeed.
Read Mary Lou's comment. She just put a comment in. Can you see it?
I was 19 years old when my mom let me come to the USA from Haiti. Definitely not street smart. I have scars, but I made it. Thank goodness. Yes, I know her story. She's amazing. And she learned how to speak English and 2 other languages by watching the soap operas. And she's fluent in like 4 languages.
That's amazing.
God.
Amazing.
Because she, made up her mind and got it done. And that wasn't even, with college courses. It's like, I need to make it in this country, away from my family. Talk about not being able to go home on a whim.
Yeah.
And I think it does push you to do better and be better and try to make the better choices and decisions. Thank the Gaines for being our volunteer video reader couple tonight. We really appreciate it. And
I appreciated the Wonder Woman costume.
I know the Happy Halloween Wonder Woman. That was so fantastic. Loved it. So
did you all go trick-or-treating?
No.
We took Ava, Kim and I. Ava went trick-or-treating with her 2 grandmothers.
Oh, okay.
Which was very nice. I have to tell you guys this because it's really funny. So we were at Busch Gardens a couple of weeks ago, and we were walking down to get on a ride. Ava referred to being fancy, and I said, well, you know me, I'm always fancy. So she goes, yes, queen. What? What did your 9-year-old to her giggles. So I go, did you say yes, Queen? She goes, no, Grandma, it's yes, Queen. It's like, you know what? Get on the ride. Just get on the ride.
Did you ride with her?
At Busch Gardens?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I like
Okay.
she got on her first roller coaster and we rode some rides together. But when
I
she
like
was
roller
done,
coasters
she was
too. My
done.
body just doesn't like them anymore.
I still did them. They were okay.
Okay.
But after like 10, she was like, okay,
I'm
I'm
done.
okay. And I was like, you want to get on that? She was like, no. Nothing else? No. But thank you. I was like, okay, time to go. So we had a great time. Just like we had a great time tonight. Thank you guys. And I hope everybody comes back. No, not next Tuesday. We will not be here next Tuesday. It is election day. We want everybody to get out and vote. We want everybody to get out and vote. Can y'all say that with me one more time? Everybody get out and vote. Yes, yes, yes. So we don't want to take up your time for that. Go take care of that. And we will see you the following Tuesday with Tracy and DJ. All righty. Love you guys. Have a good night. Y'all send me get well wishes. I need them. Oh.
Wow. We're sick.
Thank you. Talk to y'all later.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.